Welcome back, everyone, to another Saturday evening live stream. Although I recognize that for some of you, it might be Sunday morning. Thanks for joining us. This is the continuation of a run that I started yesterday. Texas to Utah, leg 5 of the challenge, I believe it is. And, yeah, 5. Yeah. So we only got halfway yesterday because it's slow driving back roads. But before we do anything else, let's recognize who all is here. We have got Vigner, who dropped a like he found in Montana. That's funny. Picard, hey, glad you made it. Rob Strecker, aka Lurch, is here. Oh, he's here in the Discord with me, actually. So he'll be reading your chat. Toller is here. Ken Beard, aka Redbeard, is here. Nightbot is here, so watch your P's and Q's. Turn off that caps lock and don't spit out too many emojis, or Nightbot will get you. So let's do some shout outs. Knee High Sniper, our top ATS driver for August. Dusty, aka Dirty Dog 3436, our top ATS driver for last January. He managed to join us earlier today. He doesn't do that as often as I would like, unfortunately. Got a crazy work schedule. Isabella Hagloff, Pilot 39, Rob Strecker, aka Lurch, is here. Bill Wellburn, Bedrock, our top ATS driver for last February. Nicholas XXXN, Susan Arthur, our top ETS2 driver for May. Did she make it for this one? We'll see if she makes it. XLT 588 Gaming, Silent Dilemma, Norwegian Trucker Nicholas, Big Al 2424, our top ATS driver for December. Johnny Hansen, Tasmified, Picard Gaming, hey, he's here. Lobo 1G, our top ETS2 driver for July. Pugwash, our top ETS2 driver for April. Pugwash make it? He was up pretty late last night for him. Birdie the Parrot. Bedrock is present, listening while traveling back home. Okay. Well, glad to know that you are listening. Harlan, Wem55, our top ATS driver for March. Okay. So, let's get to driving. First off, let's look at the map. Victor Flinsner, how are you? So excited for Nebraska coming out May 6th? Yes, we are all excited and looking forward to that. Okay, so one little thing here. The GPS, and this is why you just don't blindly trust your GPS. Because of where I'm parked at the moment, the GPS thinks it's best for me to go this way. GPS is wrong. I need to go this way to go up 84. So we're going to do that. We're going to ignore the GPS. We will get up here to Interstate 40, cut across to Albuquerque, and then we'll head up 550. Let's get to it. Bugwash is here. Family meal sounds like a good reason to miss a stream. So we've got, we're still hauling 40,000 pounds of lemonade. Hold on a sec. Can I go out that way? I think I can go out that way.
Round and round he goes. Where he stops, only he knows.
Hey, we just shaved almost 100 miles off our trip by turning left instead of right. I'll show you what I mean in a moment, as soon as I get straightened out and over this hump. Here's what I mean. Just a little bit ago, it wanted us to go this way and up. Now we're going to go up here. We shaved about 90 miles off. Well, you don't trust your GPS blindly. Well, just another reason why. So I think we don't have too terribly far to go before we get to Interstate 40 at Santa Rosa. I think that's where we're going to be at. Is that a hidden road? No.
Thor says good evening, boss and chat.
Hey, Thor.
I put some tea on for you. Uh-oh. Thor got timed out.
What did he do?
Caps.
Name on the mess. You know, I warn people of that almost every stream.
You didn't need to correct yourself, Thor. It said good morning.
You got to turn off that engine brake again. Ruh-roh.
wrote good morning. I read good evening. Okay.
You probably confuse them by speaking in plain English. I don't know. Oh, we could have stopped at that rest area and looked at that viewpoint. I don't remember if I've got that in any profile. Oh well. How are we doing on time anyway? We got 21 hours. And in fact, we're gonna have to stop for the night somewhere. So we're gonna kind of be down to the wire, time-wise.
Pugwash said, but it's that American English talk that gets you confused.
Yeah, yesterday Nicholas was making up a new word, a new English word that actually made sense.
Forgot what that was.
Challenge E.
Oh. Thor says, I just think it's the time zones.
Could be.
Yeah, it's 8 o'clock in the evening here, so that's where my head's at. Yep, 3 a.m. over there.
Yep. Yes, it is.
And Sunday, he adds.
Chasmified. Can you read that?
Peaceful. Need to shake things up a bit and get some coffee.
Coffee is always welcome. Actually, it did startle me. Oh, I don't want to be in this lane. That lane exits.
Pugwash says 2 a.m. for me. Now I'm really confused.
So, Pugwash, are you, I guess the question is, still up or just getting up? Because I think Thor probably just got up. Oh, wrong exit. Well, fortunately, I can still get to where we're going this way. Just have to. Whoa! I just have to slow down for this red light. Take the back road for a minute.
Miller says, finally got some dry weather and cut the grass. Now grilling some chicken.
Chicken? Is that what you said?
Yep.
Oh, grilling some chicken. I think you said growing some chicken.
Oh.
Like mowing grass, growing chickens? They kind of go together, but it just seems out of context. I am not turning right in this lane. I am going straight. While I'm waiting, thanks, Taz. Cody Old, JJ Man 1982, Thor Rasmussen, our top ETS2 driver for last April. Seems to me I missed that, took the wrong exit the last time I came through here.
Matthew Walter says, hey.
Hey, Matthew. Welcome.
I saw you reading that one, even though you're not supposed to.
Well, I'm moving slow.
Pugwa says, I'm doing my usual late night, early morning watch on my iPad while sitting up in bed.
Uh-huh. Omega Sunrise, our top ATS2 driver, or ATS driver for, man, I just butchered that. Top ATS driver for January. Woo.
Someone sent another coffee stat.
Wow. Yeah, get over it. Well, I do have some water. Oh yes, our exit.
Correct, excellent.
So for those of you who didn't make it to the members only live stream earlier today, I drove in northern Finland in ProMods Europe. I decided I was tired of waiting for them to get their act together. And I downloaded the current version 2.66, I think. I think that's what it is. Or maybe it's 268.
I thought that's what it was.
Anyway, man, I missed that. So glad to get back into ProMods. I guess we must be climbing a little bit. I'm having trouble getting above 60 here. That always seems to happen. What was that? Pugwash! With the tip. Thank you, Pugwash. Glad you stayed up tonight. Well, I'm glad you're watching. Thank you very much. So did that put him up there? Yes, it did. All right. And thanks for the support, everybody. Let's see, why am I struggling to get up to speed? My fuel economy is going down the drain.
Dr. Jones says, morning all.
Hey there, Dr. Jones. Man.
Builder says, you're welcome, boss. Love watching your videos and farming for you.
That's right. He even farms for me. Well, I don't know if I would call picking up stones farming.
Wait, he does that too? I thought that was Pugwash's job.
Wait a minute, isn't that who you said?
No, Hunter Toller.
Oh, my bad. Oh, then you'll have to read it again because I didn't hear it.
He says, you're welcome, boss. Love watching your videos and farming for you. Sean Raff says, hey, are you doing an early access of Nebraska?
If I get it, I absolutely will. But I haven't got it.
Joshua Haymaker says, good evening. How is everybody doing tonight?
Hey, Joshua.
I'm out of town, but watching you tonight.
Nice. Nice that you can be watching while you're out of town.
Pugwash is greeting Dr. Jones, calling him our in-house tree surgeon. And then he says, and who's after my stone picking job?
You know, I'm trying to remember if I got any tickets or anything. I don't have any Swifties so far.
Yeah.
Trying to remember if I got any tickets yesterday. You know, we talk a lot about farming in the Discord. I mean, we talk a lot about it here in this. Whoa, look at that accident that just happened right in front of us. Don't back into me. Anyway, we talk a lot about farm sim or farming and whatnot, but we're all a bunch of truck drivers, virtual truck drivers, and one big gaming community. Some of us even, I'd like to include myself in that, but I really can't. But some of us even spend time in Microsoft Flight Simulator, Call of Duty, and a few other things, because we're one big happy gaming community. We'll spend one night a week together doing work on the farm on our community map, and pretty much the rest of the week driving.
Polar says, without the stone picking Pugwash does, we wouldn't have any lime for the field. Sean Rath says, I play ATS a lot and I'm really stoked about the DLC and stuff.
Yeah. We're all really excited about it. I think I really looked forward to Kansas. I still like Kansas. I mean, I look forward to every new DLC.
And Dustin D are both here.
Hey, Deepak and Dustin, welcome.
Buckcraft says, you don't need to be crazy to be a member, but it sure helps.
You just got to have a passion for gaming and hanging out with other gamers. We have a good time.
We do? Dr. Toller says, be back after I eat.
Ipswich, David H74, Matthew Roth, RD04 Dave, our top ATS driver for last March. And in fact, Dave and I are working out our next one-on-one convoy that he earned. And we've been trying to coordinate that for several weeks. Come on. It looks like we finally nailed down 2 Fridays from now.
Says family fun is number one. 1. Sean Rath says he's been stuck in California in the game doing runs to and from the new areas. Have you checked out the rework yet? It's beautiful.
Nope. They still haven't issued the open beta for 1.50 yet. I might switch over to it depending on when it becomes available relative to Nebraska. Well, I know. So there's a little bit of discussion going on about when 1.50 will come out. A lot of folks think it'll come out in the next few days. I think we won't see it before June. And it won't break my heart if it turns out I'm wrong, because that means we'll have it. But I base that on what SES has told us in their blog posts. They just ran over the curb. No, that's not a Swifty. That's just normal trucking stuff that could have been done better. Oh, red light. So I think it'll come out in a few weeks, or at least the open beta anyway. And after I've had enough time to explore everything in Nebraska, then I would like to do the open beta for 1.50. And check out all that stuff.
Mugwash says it's a terrific bunch of people worldwide, and I'm glad I found you. You all make me really happy.
Well, we're happy to have you part of the team. The clan, the family.
Thor says, oh man, I got a scare. On my way to make a tea, I passed a mirror. The hair looked like a haystack after a tornado. John Rath says, what I see is pink buildings. The beta started back in April, and it shows some stuff showing buildings in pink texture. It's cool. Joshua Haymaker's in the process of looking for a new house. I'm going to be living in the country, so I cannot wait to see what kind of internet connection I'll be having.
Well, good luck. Welcome to Colorado. You know, somewhere I've got pictures of those hills right there. They look an awful lot like that in real life. And this truck stop and casino looks an awful lot like this too.
Nicholas dropped by to leave his like, have a nice stream, and then he gives a couple of bed emojis.
Yeah, he's probably up late. I mean, it's after 3:30. No, yeah, 3:30. Oh, I gotta go in.
Joshua asks, has anybody heard of Cumberland, Virginia?
Yes.
And Peanut Cowboy says, which state DLC would you rank as the best?
Probably Texas because it's so big. I mean, so is Montana, but honestly, I like them all. But I've liked Texas a lot. Yeah, it's getting late. Yeah, we're gonna drive for a while until we can't. We have 4 hours left on the clock. So, what I'm thinking is rather 2 places to stop coming up: Monticello, whichever you want to pronounce it, or north of Moab.
Ron Rouse says, imagine you get an email from SCS about early access. It may force you to be on 1.5.
I don't think so. Everybody thinks that Nebraska has tied into 150, and I say it's not. I can be wrong. But I think SCS has told us that it's not. All right, I want to check the map real quick. Let's see how far. Got Monticello here. That's an hour 20-ish. Then north of Moab, this truck stop here, 2 hours 47. Okay, let's do that. Let's see. I think we can make it there. 2 hours 47. Yeah.
Joshua says, next Sunday afternoon, we'll be going there to take a look at the house. It's sitting on 10 acres.
Nice. Yeah, Virginia is pretty country. Now, Cumberland, I think that's in Western Virginia, right?
Tasmified says, how about in Moab? Take a day off and rent a Jeep.
Yeah, you know, there's a lot of times I regret, or there's a lot of things that I regret not doing while I was out over the road. And I never thought to do that, but I wouldn't have, and I would have had I thought that of doing that. I would have regretted not being able to do that. But the reality is, I had Trucker Kitty with me out on the road, and I couldn't just necessarily do stuff like that. Now, I've stayed in hotels a number of times, but a lot of times it's tough to find a hotel where you can bring a cat. I've done it a few times. But it was difficult. I felt like I always couldn't, I couldn't always just do that. I felt like it was disruptive to him. I mean, there were times when I had to do that. I had to pay an extra fee, pet fee, whenever I did that at a hotel.
Says, speaking of casinos, the other day I watched a documentary about people that tried to con the casinos for money by robbing or game cheating.
Well, probably not a good idea for them to try to do that. First of all, casinos, generally speaking, because they're targets, they've got some pretty sharp people on staff that in their security area that are pretty savvy. I mean, stuff like that happens though. But because, especially in Nevada, and I'm sure it's true in New Jersey and in other jurisdictions, because the casinos in Nevada especially, that's where a lot of the state's tax revenue comes from. We don't pay personal income tax in Nevada because the state gains so much revenue from taxing gaming winnings from the casinos. Plus, and some of it's local taxes, but you pay all these fees when you go stay at a hotel or whatever. That's usually going to the city or the county. But the point is that if you rob a casino, now the state is after you. They literally have state police dedicated to dealing with crimes at casinos. I have seen a lot of people get walked out of the casino in handcuffs by state police. Sometimes it's employees. Yeah.
Or said, nope, they all ended up in jail.
Yep, I'm not surprised. All right, how much time we got left just in case? 2 hours, but we don't have that far to go. So even if the casino doesn't have the appropriate staff, the state does. So you're messing with state revenue when you steal from the casino.
Ace the driver says hi.
Hey, Ace. Ooh, it is dark.
Joshua adds, it's about 30 minutes from Powhatan, Virginia. I have family up there.
Powhatan?
Yeah. Do we need a bigger house since my granddaddy is living with me now?
Yeah, there's the first yawn. Are we gonna make it? 2 hours. Hole in the rock.
Says on ATS in the Oklahoma DLC, I once found a city down an unmarked road, like a secret road, that's called Prague, Oklahoma.
What part of the state? I don't know that I've found that.
He says Eastern Part. Ipswich says it's east of Oklahoma City on I-40. And Matthew Roth says, good evening.
Hey, Matthew, welcome. I think the right lane ends up here. Maybe it's farther up than this. I thought it ended before this bridge, but I guess I was wrong.
Tim Trucker says, Google says Prague is a city in Lincoln County, Oklahoma.
Well, I don't know where Lincoln County is, so that didn't help much. But if it's eastern part of the state, I mean, that kind of narrows it down. Especially if it's just off I-40 east of Oklahoma City. Oops. Got us a little Charlie Foxtrot here.
It says AI traffic jam simulator.
Yeah. Okay, now we got red bed. We're almost there, but man, how much time do we have? 47 minutes.
Or says, well, that jam went okay.
Yeah, we kind of got lucky.
Stopped here quite a few times in the game for my rest break.
Kind of a convenient location. I don't think I ever stopped here in real life, though. Thought about it a few times. Ah, well, we may as well just. Oh, did I really not stop on a trigger? I know I hit one.
Well, bro says you should clip from yesterday's stream where you gave your thoughts on the expansion in 1.5 so that I could just post a link instead of typing all that.
What? You clip that, then you can just save the link as a reminder for his thoughts. Oh, yeah. Well, I could actually share it, but what I want to do, I'm going to go ahead and sleep. I want to do some more shout outs because I'm behind on it. Troken, Justin Burns. Wow, look at that daylight. Yeah. Yeah. Justin Burns, Douglas Williams. Willie, if you're in here, let's try to get together later unless Pilot already helped you. Hey, Lobo. Welcome. Country Bumpkin Simulation. JC Drives, our top ETS2 driver for March. Bruce A. Thomas Berger. Tazzy 291. Lee Jenkins. Adam is back. Doom 3. I guess I could have just said welcome back, Adam, because everybody else could read what you just wrote. I'm reading my own chat out loud. Stobbs, Jennifer Roth, Rick Rashid, Robert Alexander, Andrew Black, Phantom 6767, our top ETS2 driver for September. Let's look at the map real quick. Ryan, see where we are, how much we got to go. We have 256 miles. So we're getting on Interstate 70 right here, but not for long. We're going to pick up US Highway 6. Take that to Spanish Fork, where we get on to Interstate 15. We'll ride that all the rest of the way to Ogden, where we're going. Okay, John the Bricklayer, Lee 01 Mr., CJ Johns 31, Vigner Hoxton, Oblivion, our top ATS driver for February. All right. Good. Still driving in Denmark to Sweden. John the Bricklayer is lurking. You lurking. Lurker boy.
I was laughing because just the timing of things you were reading off the names of the for the shout outs, and Adam is back, just flowed right in there like that was a name.
Hey, Susan. Oh, that's nice. Breakfast with your daughter for Mother's Day. That's awesome. Okay. Well, since someone brought it up, I'll share my thoughts about the Nebraska DLC and the 150 version. Well, it's not really my thoughts so much as a recognition of what SES has told us. They've not. I mean, let me back up. First of all, what are we used to seeing? We're used to seeing a new version coming out just before a DLC drops. Like 149 came out before which DLC? I don't remember. Was it Kansas? Was it Oklahoma? Kansas?
It would have been Kansas.
Okay. We're used to that. And so because of that, I think a lot of people assume that that means 150 has to come out before Nebraska. And I briefly felt that way also, but then I went back and I reviewed the blog post. We still haven't gotten an open beta yet. When SES announced the 150 experimental beta in April, they said they were doing it because there was so much happening and they wanted help from the community, and that they were releasing an experimental beta first because there was so much going on with the new version. And that they warned people, if you don't want to be in an unstable release, really unstable release, then wait for the open beta, which is what I've been planning to do. And finally, they said after the open beta, then there would be the full release. I've never said anything about it being related to Nebraska. We just assumed that it would be, because that's what we've gotten used to. Now, maybe they'll do a 149.5 like they did 148.5. I don't know. I have not heard anything about that. I'm just speculating. But SES specifically stated that that this experimental beta would come out, followed at some point by an open beta, which was what they normally do. And finally, they would release the 150 after the open beta period. How long does the open beta period typically last? I'm thinking about 2 weeks. So I think they're going to come out with the open beta for 150 sometime within 2 weeks after they release Nebraska, to give people time to get through Nebraska. And then there'll be about a 1 to 2 week period of testing the open beta before they release it. That's what I'm suggesting, based on what they've told us in the blog post. I believe that blog post was posted on April 24th. So you can go in there and you can read it for yourself and see what they said. Is that Nightbot yammering?
Yep.
There's a whole lot of stuff going on over there, and I'm like, it's all blue. What's going on?
Douglas Williams and Byron Daniel are here.
Hey, Willie. going to be available after the stream so we can get together and see about sorting out your TrucksBook client issue? Let me know.
And one of those blues was me answering Joshua Haymaker, who asked twice what you were hauling. But you were still giving your views, so I didn't want to make him wait.
Did you tell him? I didn't hear.
Lemonade. Yeah. Well, I taped it in the chat.
Oh, okay. Oh, good idea.
And Willie says yes.
Okay.
Yes, like Nightbot says, tip your driver, tip your server maintainer, and maybe even throw some crumbs to the moderator.
Link in the description below. Don't forget Pilot Bro. He does an awful lot for the community.
That's what I meant by the server maintainer.
Oh.
Says, but I may have figured it out.
Okay. Well, if your most recent run registered with TrucksBook, then maybe you did. Did you check the tick box for to boot it on when you restart your computer? Very important.
Joshua says, I am so glad to be back watching the live streams.
Well, it's good to have you back in the live stream audience.
Willie says no, but I will.
It's on the settings tab on the left side. Go down to settings, and then there's a little tick box.
MJ says hi.
MJ? Hi, MJ. Welcome to the stream. Speed limit's only 55 here. We won't have time to do a second run today, but what I will do when we get there is I'll start looking for the next load, and I'll walk folks through the process of what to do to find a load if there's nothing available where you make this current delivery. You have a lot of options. One of which is to use the company trailer, company provided trailer. That's what I'm doing now. which is why I have this Ecos Power Transport trailer. Even though I like to use my own trailers, especially flatbeds, you just can't rely on finding a load for that particular trailer. Sometimes you get lucky. Okay, Keith Searcy, Wolf Gaming, James Brandt, Oztech TV, Dr. Jones, our top ETS2 driver for February, and Arnar Hoxson.
Byron, could you type that out again? It doesn't make much sense the way it's appearing. What I'm seeing is I have back on soon. I am taking a break from it.
I'll be missing a word. Colin Percival, Noah Long, Elliot Hallisey, Pancake Man, Outback Jack, Jesse 2670, Ulysses S. Grant, Greg Ulray, Matthew Wolter, Manny Oy, FTG Mike B, Dorhita Rusu, Wyacorn, Tyler Thompson, Florm, Vernon Bunch, Bongani Nisi, oops.
Green light.
Oh.
Adam Buser says, is there such a thing as a freezer trailer for ice cream?
Yeah. They're reefers. Uh-oh, red light. Ah, got it. Ah. Yes, I pulled reefer for a couple of years. And I'm sure I had ice cream on a time or 2 or 3 or 5. Or 10. With reefer trailers, you can set the internal temperature to almost anything. Including sub-zero temps. And that's sub-zero Fahrenheit, not Celsius. Let's see. We're late. How am I late? Oh, I messed up on my timing. No stars for me.
Hunter Toller is back. How was your meal? Byron Daniel says, what map are you on right now?
This is Utah. I'm on the ATS map. I mean, you know, just all of the states, but I'm in Utah, if that's your question. We just got on Interstate 15 at Spanish Fork, Utah. We are northbound. We're going to hit Salt Lake City shortly. And we'll be making delivery in, I don't crash, less than 5 minutes, real time. We've got just over 70 game miles to go.
job in Utah yet, Byron?
Well,
Adam is wondering how
when Nebraska comes out next week, pretty much usually everything will be on sale. So it's a great time to pick up DLCs you don't have.
Adam is wondering how high and low can the temperatures be set on a Reefer?
Sub-zero. I don't remember, but I mean like frozen solid sub-zero. But you can also set it to warm. Like you could set the internal temperature to 70. I don't know what the actual range is, but occasionally there are some things that some freight that cannot be allowed to freeze. So you have to set the reefer temp to something above freezing, like 40, 50, 60 degrees. And you can do that with a reefer. Whether you're freezing something or whether you're keeping it warm, the process works the same. So you're either removing heat or you're adding it.
Rashid is here.
Hey Rashid, nice of you to show up.
Pugwash says, found the late issue a few times in hardcore. Not much leeway in time for delivery. Quite tight.
Yeah, I thought I had time to do this with a couple of hours to spare. Because when we got to that parking spot, I didn't fast forward the time. It was already after 9 p.m. So that's why I wanted to go that far. Because it would already be late, you know, evening time.
Douglas Williams jokes, in case you're hauling soup.
Yeah, you don't want that to freeze, but it's not likely to, because, you know, the trailers are pretty well insulated, so the product will retain some of its room temperature a little bit. But for things that are sensitive, you can set it to whatever temperature you need so that you don't have to risk freezing. I've also had, not reefer related necessarily, but I've had products where you had to worry about altitude because of packaging. Specifically, potato chip bags, Hershey's candy foil bags, you know, little bags of Hershey's Kisses or whatever. When I hauled those from like Hershey, Pennsylvania, literally I picked up stuff like that in Hershey, Pennsylvania. And brought it to Ogden, as a matter of fact. Ogden was one of the destinations for that stuff. I had, instead of taking Interstate 80, I couldn't take 80, because 80 would come from Pennsylvania and run right here, well, to Salt Lake City. And you couldn't do that because the elevation along the way gets to be too high. The bags would pop open, or they'd be at risk of that, so you'd have product damage. I would have to take a southern route along Interstate 40. So I would go from Pennsylvania, and then somewhere along the way, like probably Illinois, start heading south down to Interstate 70. And then when I got to like Kansas City, I'd head southwest, diagonally through Kansas and down into Oklahoma. A lot of times I would take in Kansas, I would take US Highway 54, and that would carry me diagonally southwest. This is actually in the game, this route that I'm talking about. So from like Emporia, Kansas City down to Emporia, and then Emporia you get on US 54 and head west. And you get down to Liberal, Kansas, and then you cross over into the panhandle of Oklahoma, across the panhandle of Texas, and then into New Mexico, and you'd come out at Tucumcari. You can literally take this route in the game. As a matter of fact, I will show you what I'm talking about. So you would literally go from Kansas City down to Emporia, take you'd either take 50 here, which I did a couple times. We come down near Wichita and take, well, it says 400, but it's US 54, through Guyman, through Dallart, down to Tucumcari. I took that route a lot when I would haul candy loads out of Pennsylvania, Hershey, Pennsylvania. So, yeah, and then I'd have to, once I got, I'd cross over the Rocky Mountains at Flagstaff here. Then I would come to Vegas and then head up I-15. Sometimes I'd go up this way, but I think there was a high elevation over here too. So I'd have to go up to Vegas and then take Interstate 15. So kind of some trivia there. I mean, who'd have thunk it, right? You can't take these candy loads across Interstate 80 because the elevation is too high. And you know where that elevation is super high? At that rest area where the Abraham Lincoln bust is. That's the high point along Interstate 80. Like 8,400 feet or something. Maybe more than that. So you would instead take the route through Flagstaff. That's almost 8,000 feet at its highest point. Oh, can't see the light.
Susan's got a question. She says, can we go off course to look for something, then come back to where we were? I don't know if it will count. Or I know it won't count.
Susan, you can maneuver anywhere in the state you want. You don't have to get your next load at the city where you deliver. Like I'm going to Ogden right now. Where's the next state in the list? Washington. So I'll talk about that a little bit when after I make this delivery.
Yeah, you can always go make your delivery and then bobtail over to look for what you wanted to look for. And
oh, looky there.
Swifty.
That's a Swifty. See, you get the yakking, I'm not paying attention. This is how accidents happen. I forgot to swing wide because it's a friggin' trailer. I spent all that time driving an Euro truck earlier. Thought I could make a tight turn.
Adam is wondering what goods cannot be hauled over the Rocky Mountains.
I don't know. I never hauled any. I don't know. You know, anything that's sensitive to altitude, I suppose. You just have to take a different route. And if Flagstaff is still too high, you'd have to go farther south. Like down to Las Cruces or something. And then come over to Arizona. And then go north. I don't know. That seems a bit extreme, though. But all that extra driving adds extra cost. Because I literally got paid to drive that extra distance.
Byron says, where did you get the truck?
Where did I get what?
The truck.
Which truck? Truck I drove?
I'm thinking it's probably the one you're driving right now.
Oh, well, I bought it in the store at a Peterbilt dealer.
And
This is a modded
custom truck skin.
Right, this is a modded truck, but it's available in the workshop. It's the Peterbilt 389. It's a res build.
Victor Flinsner says, I just Googled it, and it says Nebraska will be part of 1.50.
Okay, but who provided that information? Was it SES? Because that would totally change my view if it was SES. But I've never seen anything from them in one of their blog posts that said that. Oh, I gotta drop the trailer. It's not mine. How late am I? $7 hours. Just insane. Well, I know I didn't get any stars. How many points did I get?
Or hardcore points.
None?
Nope. There's no star listing. There's no listing for points.
Oh, because when you're late. Yes. I don't know. I thought there would be some points. Oh, yeah, I don't have a trailer. I'm over here worried about where's my trailer tracking at, and I'm like, I don't have a trailer. Yeah, there's my trailer tracking nowhere. What was I talking about? I don't know. I can't think of any kind of load that is that extreme. I'm sure there's probably some that are susceptible to altitude, and if they are, then you might have to do a different type of transport, something where you can pressurize the trailer. I don't know of any trailers that have that ability, because Reefer trailers, as an example, you have holes in the bottom of the trailer so that liquid can leak out. I think regular trailers do too, dry van trailers. I think they have holes in the bottom so that water can leak out. Anyway, so what is sensitive to elevation? Anything that's vacuum packed, like potato chip bags, little candy bags in the little foil bags that are vacuum sealed. So, Susan, get back to your question. So, hold on. How much time do I have on the clock? I have 7 hours, so I would not want to grab a freight market load, or freight market load. I would rather go sleep first and then get something. So what's the next place? We're going to Washington. So Susan, to get back to your question, I could literally look for a load in St. George going to Washington. I can, if I find one, I could quick travel down. Oh, look, there's one from St. George to Everett. 1,128 miles. That is the only one that I see. That's actually not bad. But I don't think I could take it. So let's look at Cedar City. Going to Washington. Nothing. Right, Adam, but vacuum sealed. So there's air inside the packaging. But yeah, not tires. Tires, not an issue. What about Moab? Are they going to Washington from Moab? Everett, 1132. So 1132 or 1128. So the one from Moab is actually farther. So Susan, let's say that I wanted to get this load or one like it coming out of Moab going to Washington. See how much time it has on it. 8 hours. Problem becomes timing. So I can quick travel down there, get the load, and leave from there. That's what you do. You don't have to start from where you just delivered. In fact, you probably shouldn't. Because I wanted a long load from Texas. I got one out of McAllen and went to Ogden, which was in the northern part of the state. Now, because I'm going northwest some more, I want to find something either in St. George or Moab. And let's see if there's what there is, just for fun, around where I am going to Washington. Because the World of Trucks load, might be better. Wouldn't be late, so long as I actually started driving there now. I'm going to, but I wanted to. The nice thing about freight market loads is that if I can get it now, I can then save my game and I can come back to it later. All right, here's one out of Salt Lake City going to Spokane, 704 miles. That's not a very good run. So it's a pretty sure bet I don't want to leave from here. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to quick travel down to Moab. See if I can find a World of Trucks load. Oh. Why would, okay, you want to go back to Texas? It wouldn't be part of the challenge. But sure, you can do something else for a while if you want. If you want to put the challenge on hold and go drive around somewhere else, you can do that. And then when you're ready, you go back to the last state you were just that you did for the challenge, find a load to the next state in the challenge, and pick up where you left off. No problem. Ron Warren, welcome. I haven't seen you for a minute. See if I got any repairs. A little bit. So it is Sunday afternoon. First, let me see if. Wow, is there nowhere to. There's a. At that place. I don't want to drive down there. I really need to find a place to sleep, so I would need to. Well, I don't have to if I get a where the trucks load. Let's look at that first. Sorry, Susan, if I misunderstood what you were saying. I do that a lot.
She said, okay, thanks.
For you, Susan, anything. Especially since it's Mother's Day. All right, here's one going to Port Angeles, 1,170 miles. That's a pretty good deal, except that it's only got 5 hours on it, which would be fine if I was going to continue to drive tonight, and I'm not. But if I wanted to take this run and then run it on up there, I definitely could. Look, it's even heavy, 51,000 pounds. 1,170 miles, that'd be lots of hardcore points. Although we're not lacking on hardcore points in American Truck Simulator. We are so far out ahead of second place, it's baffling. Just baffling. Euro Truck, on the other hand, we're in second place. We're pretty far, I think we're pretty far ahead of third place, I think. We're really far behind first place. So much so that I would like to go drive over in Europe. Adam, that's a perfectly acceptable solution to, and I think it's a good idea to visit places you haven't been yet. But for the challenge, our goal is to get from state A or state U to state W and find the longest load that we can in the process. This is a really good load from Utah to Washington. You can't get much longer than that, I think. 1,170 miles. That's pretty darn good. But I'm not going to take it because I can't do it in the time allotted. It is World of Trucks. Now, did I already look at it? Okay, here's one to Everett, 1,132. So that's the one that was there before. But I have to find it. I have to sleep. To reset my clock before I took something like that. So that's what's up with that. I guess I might have to go and buy this garage. But no, I thought there'd be a place to put the sleep trigger. Like where I'm at doesn't have one, apparently. Now, so let me go buy that garage. I guess I could just drive over there. Let's do that.
Yeah, since he would be going there to sleep anyway.
Yeah, did I finish shoutouts? No. Donald William, Untamed Eagle, Big T 5280, Big Toe Magoo, Miles Dutton, Big Dog Gaming, E, Aji Chi, the Gigliottis, giggity giggity. Versace is back in Zone 71. Ayrton Guverson, Adrian M, Tom Freer, Jacques Oliver, Ratty XX11 RCE, Joey, and Wise Mind Facts. That's everybody. The heck did I just... Really? Okay, that's like totally a Swifty. That was super lame. It was so bad, I gotta go back to the shop. I mean, that felt crunchy. Oh, no damage. Okay. Well, you know what? I'm getting new tires while I'm here. What the heck? Wrong thing. I mean, that was embarrassing. Talk about lack of situational awareness. Just a quick reminder to folks in the Discord, if you're convoy certified, we've got a convoy scheduled for tomorrow at noon Pacific, 3 p.m. Eastern. That would be 9 p.m. Central European time. If you haven't signed up or if you haven't indicated your interest to the event doohickey, please do so. Nothing special about it. We're just gonna drive some Euro truck. Take a little break from American Truck Simulator. It won't be with ProMods though, unless of course everybody wanted to do that. But then we'd have to set it up on the server. So let's see. No, I don't want to.
Said, who in their right minds would build a wall there?
Yeah, exactly. All right, I need to upgrade this thing because I like having upgraded because I can get fuel here. Oh, now I'll back up.
2-3 is wondering, now that you're in Moab, what's the deal with the hole in the rock?
It's a rock formation. It's an archway, a natural archway. All right, I'm gonna fast forward the time to 9 p.m. Sleep. Speaking of Doom 3, I DM'd you. Did you get my message? You just say Doom. Yeah, there he is. So the hole in the rock is actually a tourist attraction. It's just an archway that is formed over millions of years through wind erosion, wind and rain erosion. That's what's up with it. So anyway, check your DMs. I DM'd you some information. I think. Let's look at them loads again. So external mark. Well, I'm not going to find anything. All the way to the end and start back. Here's one to Seattle. Got 19 hours on it. Do this tomorrow, if I were so inclined. That's pretty good. 1,071. Freight market for here. Now it's the next morning. Nothing. Oh, been out of here. Well, what about St. George now? I could always quick travel over there and grab something if I want. Yeah. So probably my best bet would be to grab a World of Trucks load here when I'm ready to go. Okay, no, Seattle. Still not far enough. Not horrible, but would really like to get Moab to Port Angeles. That would be good. That's almost 1,200 miles. Okay, well that we're just gonna call it a stream here. Gonna pull out of the garage though. Go get fuel.
Jason Adventure says hello, watching from the Philippines.
Whoa. Thanks for joining us, but we're just wrapping it up. I actually was just gonna topping off my fuel tank. And I'm gonna wrap this up now. So nice. Do we have likes? We have likes. Awesome. You know, we don't get many people from the Philippines, so thanks for joining us. We have people from all over the world, though. Doom3 is from India. Susan Arthur from Melbourne, Australia. Got a bunch of people in Europe. Victor Flinsner, I don't know where you're from. Dr. Jones is from Denmark. Pugwash is from Wales, United Kingdom. We got a few people from Canada, all over Europe, and California. Taz Amaphied is from California. I'm in Las Vegas, Nevada. So thanks for joining us. Thanks for being here. Thanks for the coffees. I don't remember how many there were. And yeah, thanks just for being here. Tomorrow I'm not streaming. We're just doing a convoy in the Discord. And yeah, Adam is from the New York area, specifically northern New Jersey, I think. And a few other people from that neck of the woods, that neighborhood, New Jersey, New York, Brooklyn. So everywhere.
Wisconsin.
Where do I meet you, Boomer? Oh, just go to one of the voice chat rooms in the VTC area, like Truckers Hangout. I'm actually going to move you to a different room, but go there and see. I think I see you in Gamers Hub or the Gamer voice chat. Yep. Your mic is muted though. I need you to be able to talk. So hopefully you've got a working microphone. I could actually probably move you from there. Byron, yes, link is in the description below. We are on Discord right now. I mean, that won't do you any good. I mean, I'm just saying, yes, we have a Discord. All right. Yeah, Willie, I'll move you down. Make sure your mic is working, because right now you're muted. I can't hear you talk if you're muted. You've muted yourself, apparently. And I noticed that earlier, too. So that's why I'm wondering if you have a working microphone. So Byron, if you do join the Discord, make sure you read the rules and click on accept the rules, and then grab you. You'll get a game. You'll get your initial role, and then okay, Willie, I just see your microphone with off mute, so good. Byron. So make sure you get your game specific roles, ATS, ETS, whatever. You can have as many of those as makes sense to you. Okay, Sim Trucker. Thanks. All right, that's it. Willie, I'll be there in a minute. And for everyone else, we'll see you Thursday when Nebraska comes out. We've got 2 live streams scheduled. They will be convoys. If I get an early release copy, I'll post a video of that, of a sneak peek. So hopefully that will happen. We'll see what happens. All right, that's it, everyone. Thanks. We'll see you later.